Hi, I'm Brendan Murray, and this is the driver of the AA Fuel Dragster running wild. This is kind of an ugly situation. The weather's coming in, track's getting ugly. We all kind of second-guessed ourselves. This is not a pretty way to be in it, but it looks like we're in the show.
Pete Wittenberg, driver of the circuit breaker top fuel car. I averaged one trip down the Grapevine per lap, down the quarter mile. We left here at 8 p.m. Got the motor built by 2 a.m. Got 2.5 hours sleep. Got back here by 8 a.m. Put it in the car, made a lap. We got it in the show, and all is well.
Welcome back to the 60th March Meet, Dragster Rumble, Top Fuel Eliminator, the second qualifying session. Scratch that. This is the first Eliminator, but there was no second qualifier. There was no third qualifier. Henceforth, these guys don't know where they're at. Whit, what can you say about Pete Wittenberg's injury?
Well, Pete's he's kind of turned over a new leaf. He's got 1 year under his belt as a driver, and that's very important. But I think more importantly for him is he's got ace tuner and a very good driver in his own right, a great racer, in my opinion, Jimmy Young, helping him. So I would say they're the favorite, but you know, last year I would say these guys were evenly matched.
So when you said ace tuner, you were looking at the footage of his backup girl.
Yes, she could probably tune him up, but Jimmy Young will be tuning him up now.
Pete Wittenberg needs no real tuning up. Brendan Murray could use a little help. He gets out of shape, it shakes, he shuts it off. Wittenberg advances with a 584, 220 mile an hour. Wittenberg will take on the winner of the BRET Williamson-Dan HORAN matchup.
You know, a 584, that was a good, I would say a good conservative run. You have to go down the racetrack to win, and they did. It's a starting point.
I'm Dan HORAN Jr. from Rancho Cascades, California. I'm the driver of the Digger Dan Special, my late father's front engine top fuel car, working with the Kaiser family, running a tribute to my father in nostalgia top fuel.
Hey, my name's BRET Williamson. I drive top fuel car for Mike Fuller, Forever Young. I'm from Gilroy, California. Mike's from Pleasanton. All the crew's from Sacramento. Boss man told me to do whatever it takes to get this thing A to B. I don't know what Mike was thinking, telling me to do whatever I do. I don't know if I did that right, man.
So here we go, second pair, Top Fuel Eliminator, round one, the 60th March meets. BRET Williamson versus Dan HORAN. I will tell you this about Dan HORAN. He's pulled out his old man's piece of pipe and as an homage to his dad's racing career. Dad passed away a couple of years ago. The car sat in mothballs. HORAN wasn't busy enough just running a funny car. He had to run a Dragster too, double duty. It has to be an exercise in schizophrenia.
Yes. That's a hard thing to do.
Yes.
Because they're very different beasts. And but it's also something that BRET Williamson has done oftentimes.
That's true.
Well,
that's true. So both these guys have done double duty.
Yes.
Dan HORAN might have learned more about this racing surface because he has had more laps, because the funny cars actually got to make 3 hits to the Dragsters 1.
There is that, but still, it's a clean slate. You know, I would say BRET. He's a really good driver.
Yes.
I mean, he's a great racer, and he's with Mike Fuller. They have a very top-notch team.
Wow. Williamson burned up a bunch down there. There's all kinds of...
That thing's on fire, big time.
Yikes. He does take the wind light, but did he take the fire extinguisher?
That's a big fire. Yeah, 579 though, it's a good run. He got the win. It's out of the car okay. You know, these cars with the engine in front means when thing's on fire, it's usually a problem. It's not like the other Top Fuel Dragsters that Big Daddy came up with in 1971. When the thing's on fire, it's all behind you, but Some people, funny car drivers, present company included, and these guys are still dumb enough to sit behind a nitro burning engine and try to rotate the earth.
Well, at the 60th March meet, Brett Williamson and the Mike Fuller team are going to have to dig deep to even make the call.
Hi, I'm Mendy Fry, driver of the high-speed motorsports top fuel dragster out of Anaheim, California. I've got ALANNA and Morgan. These are the NITRO interns from the Bakersfield College Automotive Program. I got girl power on my team this weekend, and we're gonna win this thing. So cheesy.
Hi, I'm Adam Sorokin. I drive the Champion Speed Shop Top Fuel Dragster. I drove this car in qualifying with a kidney stone in my left side. What would kill most mortal men, I got in this thing and pedaled it 5 times to try to win this race. You tell me I don't want to win the March meet.
So now we come up to what is going to be a real Donnybrook. Mendy Fry is your #1 qualifier versus Adam Sorokin, who barely got in with the number 8 shot, a completely mediocre, if not useless, 751. They have no data. They don't know where they are with this car. Meanwhile, Mendy is going A to B seamlessly.
Well, she went A to B seamlessly once.
A to B minus.
It's still anybody's drag race. It
Yes,
really is. As much as you'd like Mendy to take care of this.
For lack of a better phrase, I have no dog in this fight, but Adam Sorokin has often had Mendy's number. Mendy's pulling in deep.
Wow, look at this.
Mendy put out the top bulb and then just drove away. She murdered some pistons, but a 569 at a 261 mile an hour, that is a career best mile an hour for the Nitro Kitty. Meanwhile, Adam Sorokin has to just watch her march away. He did give pursuit, but it was in vain. His 611 is not cutting the mustard.
Adam still had problems. He had to pedal it, but he did a great job trying. I mean, and that's what you do. You do not give up,
right,
and you don't shut the thing off until the person ahead of you crosses the finish line. It puts Adam on the back foot for the rest of the year. They've got to overcome now a deficit in the points to win the championship, and that's the goal of these top teams, is to ultimately win the Heritage Series championship.
I'm Jim Murphy out of Santa Rosa, California. We might have lucked into this deal because of the rain, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. I happen to be both.
Rick White from San Diego, California, with the NEAL and White Top Fuel Dragster. We won this race in 2011. We've been runner-up here a couple of times before that. We're ready to try to put this thing away and do it again.
This is another interesting pair between 2 Nitro veterans. Jim Murphy, who has won this race 4 times, as we've alluded to often, is seeking a 5th, and it's pretty elusive.
But he's here this year without Roland Leong, who helped him last year to win the championship. You know, so Murphy is he's a tuner in his own right.
Yes.
And he's calling the shots on his own car.
Right now, we're looking at Chuck Neal, who's been running A fuel cars forever. He's been running front motor top fuel cars forever. These guys know how to put up a big number. They know how to put up a ridiculous mile an hour. Let's see what they got. Rick White pedals it. This car gets out of shape, it bounces around, but at the big end, Jim Murphy does in fact advance with a 584, 231 mile an hour, but holy Christ, that's a lot of pistons he burned up.
Holy smokes, you got that right. These guys, they all just murder their stuff and burn the hell out of it. It's crazy, but a lot of piston smoke.
So, coming up, your second round matchings will be Jim Murphy, your Heritage Series points titleist, versus Mendy Fry, your 2017 March Meet winner. The other pair will feature Pete Whittenberg, the Cinderella story thus far, against Brett Williamson, assuming they can button it up.